Welcome back to another edition of the TUE Brew Review. This week we are checking out World Court Mocha Blonde Stout. So this beer is made by the folks at Legal Remedy Brewing Company. These guys are out of the Charlotte, North Carolina area, and during a recent trip to the Carolinas to visit some family, I procured this particular beer out of my brother-in-law's beer fridge. So thanks, Phil. I've never tried this beer before, so this will be the first time that I've tried this. Usually in these reviews, I've had the beer, had a past experience with that beer, but this one I have never tried. So I'm anxious to dig into this guy. We've got a 12-ounce can here. They got tons of information on the can. I'll just kind of highlight some of it. It says beer brewed with natural flavors with natural flavor added. So redundant. But natural flavors, yes, they can be naturally derived, but a lot of times natural flavors can be kind of ginned up in a lab and have some artificial chemicals added to it. So when you see natural flavoring on a can of beer or in the grocery and on your favorite label of food, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's all natural and certainly not organic. They've got the scales of justice in keeping kind of with the legal theme of the brewery, I guess. So you've got on one side, it looks like you've got some coffee beans, and on the other side, you've got white chocolate. And this beer says that it's got a barley wheat and oats, as well as the coffee and the white chocolate. You've got the independent craft brewer logo, and you've got, here are a couple of other fun numbers. 24 IBUs, that's International Bittering Units. That's the 100 plus point scale that measures what kind of bite the beer might have. 24 is relatively low. And also it's got 5 SRM, that stands for Standard Reference Method. That is a measure of color in the beer. So 5 is this beer should be kind of a yellow gold color, so fairly light in color, as the name Blonde Stout would suggest. You'd have to get up into the 40s and above to get into some of those darker colored stouts that we're used to, that say come from Guinness. But again, this is a blonde stout. So let's go ahead and crack this guy open. So of course, as indicated on the can, we've got that nice kind of yellow gold color. A little bit of head retention, not too much. I think if I poured it a little bit more vigorously, I'd get a little bit more of a foam, but you've got kind of a thin, tight head retention. So got definitely the cocoa. I can sense like a cocoa bean coming through, and also kind of sweet, kind of like a vanilla extract aroma. That's probably some of the natural flavorings that they've imparted in this beer. Cheers. Oh, so really getting that the cocoa flavor really comes in up front, and then it kind of transitions and kind of smooths out. I'm getting some of the chocolate, kind of the white chocolate flavor, as that initial kind of spice-driven cocoa flavor dissipates. So I am starting to get both the coffee and the chocolate characters out of this beer. The coffee with the second taste, definitely getting more of that coffee character that's coming through. So definitely has kind of a vanilla mocha character going on with it. It's actually somewhat dry and crisp in terms of its finish. Which is, I kind of thought this one might be a little bit more full-bodied, but because it's a blonde stout, it's actually, I guess, a little more of that crisp, refreshing type of finish. But I'd call it, medium-bodied, but a little bit lighter than I thought it would be. And picking up like a little bit of a medicinal funk in the beer too. I'm not sure where exactly that's coming from. Again, that might be some offshoot of the natural flavorings that they add. It's not off-putting, but it's not like a hop bite. It's again, I think of like medicine, almost like if you're sucking on some of that the cherry cough syrup type of medicine. It's got that little bit of an aftertaste to it. So, but overall, I mean, the appearances of the beer is very cool because you do get the stout flavors, and in a beer that is this pale and golden, it can be pleasantly deceptive. So I like the appearance. I really kind of like the cocoa vanilla aromas. Like some of the flavors, although there's a couple of flavors in there that are a bit in conflict. So a lot going on. But my verdict is tasty beer. So if you're down in the Carolinas areas and you want to raid your family's beer fridge, go for it. World Court Mocha Blonde Stout from Legal Remedy Brewing Company. Thanks, Phil. Cheers.